I know seeing our end may make us want to cry, but it's up to us where we direct our sights. Do we choose to look back to our past misfortunes, or do we choose to look forward toward new horizons?
Kamarin Man.
Next up, please welcome salutatorian Mr. Kamarin Man.
I remember our freshman orientation. We were fresh out of middle school and were lined up in the gym to get the whole spiel on high school. And I remember one staff member, she walked up to the mic and called us the class of 2020, the class of vision. We were at the bottom of the high school hierarchy, sure, but in 4 years' time, we would be at the top, looking beyond just lunch tables and gymnasiums into the real world. Sadly, our so-called 2020 vision wasn't enough to see what a year 2020 would actually be for us. But aside from that, I'd like to appreciate everyone, all friends, family, and teachers, for helping us throughout this journey. For me personally, I'd like to thank all the friends who've helped me to enjoy these years as much as I did. Every small talk, every conversation, every smile, every laugh, every help with the classwork, I won't forget any of it. Special shout out to the group for staying as close as we do. We've been together for a few years, but to me, you guys will always be family, so thanks. I have to thank my mom for providing for me and for her reminding me to smile every now and then. But most importantly, I would have to thank my dad for always being there for me. Whenever I'm in a corner or need advice, you're always there, so thanks, Dad, you've literally made me a man. But up until this last month, I admit I was afraid to be that man, to have to deal with real-world responsibilities and have actual repercussions for your actions. All our lives, all we knew was how to be kids, and some of us were pretty good at it. We had that sense of optimism, of forward thinking. We had the comfort of having a short life, so we dreamt of what we would do the next day. The biggest irony is that as a kid, we fantasize about adulthood. And in adolescence, we cling to our kiddishness by wearing some snapbacks or singing along to some oldies or by huddling up in our blankets and watching Netflix instead of doing homework. And so I spent my senior year living out the rest of my childhood as I saw it. I wanted to live it up, to enjoy while it lasted, saying farewell to young Kamarin. Some of us have those memories that give us that warmth when we think back to them. And for me, one would be homecoming 2019. Loud music, fancy clothes, too many teenagers, there was funnel cake. But most importantly, I had the group, the gang, my friends, and honestly, we didn't really have dates, so we just danced with each other. The atmosphere in that room, what with the dozens of kids jumping around in the gym, screaming and yelling inaudibly under the blast of Drake, it was unmatched. I remember once the event was about to end and we were beginning to feel a bit physically sore, my friends and I met up at the Stater Bros off of Newport, and there we planned to go to someone's house. Once we were all there, someone bought tacos from Taco Bell for everyone. You know, I don't even like tacos, but at that dinner meal, sitting around 2 plastic fold-up tables under the warm glow from a patio heater, with the people I would see the next Monday, I couldn't complain. But instead I laughed at what we were doing in the gym only an hour before, and smiled at the pictures we took, remnants of that warm Friday night. Like most of us, I didn't think this would be my senior experience. Like most of us, I was expecting to go to prom 2020, or another HOCO in my eyes. For us calc students, I know we all wanted to see Lundy cry, giving us his end of the year speech, to look around the room of tears, to see a bunch of other sad teenagers crying, afraid to move on in life and to give up on this life, the one they knew too well. I expected that day to be my finish line, the alarm bell that would tell me my childhood was over. But that spirit isn't dead. The best thing about being a kid wasn't that you could act stupidly whenever loud music started to play. It wasn't that you could hang out with your friends past curfew and you wouldn't have to deal with angry parents until the next morning. The greatest thing about being a kid was the innocence we had, and that we only had the future to look forward to. Just because we don't have the excuse to say we're young and dumb anymore, doesn't mean that we can't keep our heads up high and smile toward any uncertainties ahead. And if those uncertainties up ahead become too much to bear, remember to look to your sides To your friends that will help you forget that you don't have a date to Hoko and that you hate Taco Bell tacos. And if you're still upset about the end of this year, think back to your last memories in school. For me, it was that last Friday. I was walking around with not a worry in the world, saying goodbye to everyone, saying, oh yeah, I'll see you in like a month. But that last Friday I had with you guys left me with a positive memory, or at least one where I wasn't bawling my eyes out, making you sad because of it. Do not cry because it's over, wrote Dr. Seuss. Should smile because it happened. Class of 2020 vision. I know seeing our end may make us want to cry, but it's up to us where we direct our sights. Do we choose to look back to our past misfortunes, or do we choose to look forward toward new horizons? Thank you.